Hi everyone, it's Danny. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another layout for the Unscrapped Bundle of Joy series that I am doing with Melissa Vining from Melissa Vining Creates here on YouTube. Don't forget to check out her channel if you are not already subscribed to her. I have all her information in the description box below. Okay, so just a disclaimer, this is not a new video. This video I filmed quite a while ago. You would have seen this layout come up in one of my layout shares, but I haven't had a chance to edit it, and this month I have exams coming up and quite a lot of commitments, and I just did not have time to film a video for this. So Melissa was quite happy for me to use an old layout that I hadn't yet shared, so that's what's happening here. So you'll probably notice quite a few things probably different, things I do differently now. It was definitely a while ago, but I love this layout, so I'm going ahead and sharing it. I'm using a cut file. As you can see, it's from Paige Evans, I think. As I said, this video is pretty old, so I've cut it, I think it was originally all one piece, but I've cut it out into 3 separate pieces because I want to have different levels of dimension on these. So I have backed the whole cut file there. I used a few different papers from a couple of different Kaiser Craft collections. I'm using Memory Lane and Everlasting, both Kaiser Craft collections. So they're both really pretty and floral and soft and feminine, perfect for a baby layout. So you can see I've backed all the letters, and now I'm going ahead and popping up the BEA and the FUL up on foam, but I'm leaving the center part of the cut file unbacked. So I'm going to stagger them like that. I really like that, and that's going to create a perfect little spot for my photo to nestle in, sort of between the A and the I and the L. There's my little girl. Look at her face. She was so little. I think she was about 4 months old in this photo. She was just starting to smile, and she has those enormous blue eyes, and oh, she was just so sweet. I think my hubby was actually holding her in his lap this day, and she was just big smiles and big wide eyes. I love this picture. Okay, so I've trimmed it down quite a bit, just because that gap isn't very big. So, and I'm pretty sure I did print it out on nearly 4x6, so it's quite a large photo. I'm just backing the photo in some white tissue paper, just an alternative to white, solid white. It just gives a nice soft layer, especially when you're doing baby photos or using collections like this where you're using soft colors and sort of delicate florals and things like that. Okay, so this is the Everlasting collection. I'm using the 6x6 paper pad and some of the scraps I have in there. I'm using this mint and white floral, distressing all the edges. So I'm going ahead and matting my photo using the papers that I've already backed the cut file with, so I'm tying all that together. So that mint floral is in the B, and then this paper is in the E and the F. Just a thin strip of this pink. I think this paper is actually kind of like glossy embossed too. It's really cool. Bit of a distress again, of course. There we go. Now I just wanted to jazz up the background a little bit, so I'm just tearing the edges a little at the top and the bottom corners on a diagonal. Trying to get it perfect. And I'm just going to put this, it's kind of like a cream, I think it's like a quatrefoil pattern, and I'm just going to use that to add a bit of interest, add a little bit of lightness as well, because it is that light color. It sort of brightens up the background, adding that pale color in. A little bit of double-sided tape. Line that up carefully and fluffing up the edges to give it a bit more dimension, and then I'll just snip off all the excess with my scissors. No point wasting all that. Same at the bottom. I've just added, it's just a little bit smaller, that tear at the bottom, because there's less room down there. I'm going to add some foam to my photo as well. Definitely using a lot more foam than I have been lately. Okay, so that's the base of my layout, and now I'm going ahead and popping in my journaling spot. So I found this in the, I think it's the Fleur collection, the die cut set, again from Kaiser Craft, this kind of note page lined journaling spot. I really like that, so I'm going to use that. Pop to my journaling with my grey Statler fine liner. And now I'm using the sticker sheet from Memory Lane, and I'm just pulling off these big mint roses. They're really, really pretty. And this one I'm just trimming because I want to tuck most of it behind my photo, so I just wanted to save that portion of that sticker for another layout, and I think I have used that since, so alright. Starting to think about embellishing a little more. I pulled in some more florals from that Fleur collection ephemera pack, that pink floral at the top there. I think about putting that one there, but that moves. That love tag is out of the back of the Everlasting 6x6 paper pad from Kaiser Craft. They have, like you can see there, they have around 4 pages, I think, of kind of pop out die cut ephemera. So they're not like fully die cut, you kind of have to pop them out. You can see I'm struggling a little bit. So they do have those little white knobbly bits on them. So yeah, I'll just go ahead with my scissors and snip those off when I use those. Okay, I like that circle love you. I think it says, yeah, love you. I like that one there, so I've just stuck that down. Going in with my watered down white acrylic paint. Clearly this was before I got hold of my white Liquitex acrylic ink because I don't really do this anymore. But I've just added some water to some white acrylic paint. It's a good, inexpensive way to get white splatters on your layout. They're nice and opaque as long as you don't add too much water. And yeah, pretty easy. There you go, all done. I'm going to start adhering everything down now, all my base stuff anyway. So my large title and my photo. Just sort of bump this all the way over. I just realized what those those letters stand for. That's not awesome, but when it's all together you don't really see it like that. So I'm just using double-sided tape and wet glue on the back of the foam just to make sure it sticks. The double-sided tape helps to keep it in place, but I find it doesn't really hold foam super well, so I like to use wet glue as well. Go, just layering up, getting everything back to how I had it. Pulling in some more ephemera from the Fleur collection die cut pack. I like these little spriggy flowers. I'm going to tuck one in up behind my photo. And I've got that little mint rose sticker there as well. That's from the Memory Lane sticker sheet. Popping another little spriggy flower down there. And these just go back where they were. I'm going to pop that little one just overlapping on top of the bee. And one more floral in that gap beside my journaling spot. Managed to pop the little Forever die cut in, so I'm just going to pop that in that little gap at the bottom there underneath the F. Now I'm going to glue all those bits and pieces down, and then the last thing I'm going to do is come in with some wood veneer butterflies, again from Kaiser Craft. I love how these look because the background is wood grain, so it just adds another element of that wood. I'm just going to leave them as they are. I really like using wood veneer as it is. I like the extra sort of texture and natural feel of it. And that's my layout done. And thank you so much for joining me. Here come the close-ups. Don't forget to check out Melissa's channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.